one that I In today's episode, I want to share with you how to build a low to high ticket funnel that's converting, that's profitable. And it's an episode that was inspired by another one which I made a couple of weeks ago, where I talk about what type of processes you want to have in place to really profitably ascend your prospect that have come through a low ticket funnel into a high ticket funnel. That's what we're currently doing for our clients as the market is changing. Now, before I even get into what's required to make this happen, I want to start by challenging a couple of misconceptions that you might have. The first misconception that I see a lot of business owners having that are selling high ticket when it comes transitioning to a low ticket model is thinking that it's not possible. It's not possible for them to attract leads and clients that buy the low ticket offer that are going to ascend to the high ticket product, right? They feel like those are two different avatar and that there's no way someone that's buying your offer for $200 can actually purchase your program for $20,000. That's a myth which I'm going to shatter in this completely destroy in this video, and I'm going to show with you exactly how we do that for clients and how we make that transition seamless. Second misconception is the fact that you might think, okay, if I want to create a low to high ticket funnel, I would have to lose a lot on ads. I'm going to have to spend, it's going to be chaotic, I won't be profitable, and it's going to take me such a long time to recoup my investment, which is absolutely false. And I'm going to share with you how to actually be profitable if you do things properly before people even purchase your high ticket offer. Because we see clients get a 1.5x to a 2x ROI on their low ticket offer on the front end. So they're able to really be profitable and recoup their ad spend right away. Now, if the first time we come across now, if it's the first time you come across my content, my name is Joly Tematio, and for the past 5 years, I've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, founders, helping them really scale their income and impact using social media ads, primarily Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, and our clients have really gone ahead to scale their businesses to $500,000 a month, $1 million a month. We work with 780 entrepreneurs, really helping them propel their business to a whole new level. And what we do, my team and I, is really on a daily basis, working with clients and really helping them, not just working on the ads, but looking through their offer. And as the market shifts, understanding how to optimize their sales process, their offer, their positioning in the marketplace, so they keep an edge and they just keep on scaling their company profitably. And in today's economy, more people are we live in a short recession. So they say lower likelihood for people to buy your $20,000, $30,000 program if they have no clue who you are. You can still get those clients. We still have clients selling directly their high ticket offer to cold audiences. But if you really want to dominate in your niche and become a category queen or queen, introducing a low ticket offer is an amazing way to bridge the gap and really widen your customer base. Now, how do we do it strategically? Because there's a wrong way of doing it, which a lot of business owners are doing out there, and it's a right way of doing it. So how do we do it properly if you are a course creator, a consultant, an expert, a coach? I've got the blueprint for you, and this has been tested across dozens and dozens of accounts successfully, helping them scale to $500,000 a month and more. The first thing that you want to have is thinking about your price point. That's really the first math, because I have a background as a data scientist. I worked as a data scientist for 4 years before becoming an entrepreneur, and I always go back to the math. So the biggest mistake which you want to avoid, that's going to stop you from being profitable with your low ticket offer and ascending those prospects into high ticket client, is having the wrong pricing. So just because it's a low ticket offer, it doesn't mean that you need to sell it for like $7 or $27. Ideally, you want to realize that the lower the price point of your low ticket offer is, the lower your average order value is going to be, which is then going to affect your profitability given your cost per acquisition. So you want to set the price at a level where you are actually able to make money, and be profitable as on the front end. So instead of selling your offer for, $27 or $17, we advise our clients to be at least in the $200 range or even a little bit more. So $200, $250, $300 is really the sweet spot. Below $100, you want to avoid. So the lowest is like $97 or $99, and the sweet spot is between $99 and $299, right? So starting there, because that's really going to allow you to have the profitability right off the bat. Now, If you don't give the reason why I insist in the price point is because you want to give yourself a wiggle room. You want to give yourself enough margin to be able to go ahead and reinvest in getting more clients through the door, right? So shifting your price point is going to be the highest leverage action that you can take to make that happen. So audit your current funnel and ask yourself, where's my entry point at, and how can I shift it, especially if it's not covering my CPA. Okay. Now, the second thing, and the reason why I'm saying so is because if it's not covering your CPA, it's going to be really hard for you to be consistent with this strategy. You're gonna get to a place where you just give up. The second thing that you want to have in mind is actually making sure that your hollow ticket offer solves a pain point that's directly linked to your high ticket program. The reason why that is paramount is because people, as they consume your low ticket offer, you want the next thing, the next logical step to be your high ticket program. So if there's a massive gap between the two, what's going to happen is that they're going to be like, okay, I don't see why I need the high ticket thing, you know? So literally what we do for clients is that we either take module one or a couple of videos from module one and module two of their main course, the main program, and we will package that into a low ticket program. Because once those people have gone through those modules or some of those videos, they've gotten some quick wins and they're eager for more. They're sold into, okay, if I've gotten so much value from this low ticket stuff, I can only imagine what the high ticket thing is going to look like. So there needs to be massive congruency between the two. Otherwise, they won't go over there, they want to ascend to your high ticket program. The second thing that you want to have in order to succeed, now that we've gone through what you want to avoid, now what do you actually need to have? The first thing you want to have an upsell strategy. Now, an upsell strategy is going to be paramount if you really want to increase your order value and increase your profitability on the front end. Right? And treat your funnel as a high-end restaurant. Think about your funnel as a five-star restaurant. When you go to a five-star restaurant, how it typically looks like if you have your main dish, the main course. That's what you might think about as your low ticket offer, what you sell them, right? Now you have next to your main course, they're gonna offer you drinks, maybe a glass of wine or what have you. That's your order bump, right? It's something that's really very complementary to the low ticket thing that they just bought. And then in the restaurant, they might offer you some sides with what you've ordered. If you've ordered, for instance, a steak, they might offer you some whatever fries, or some salad with that might be a side that they offer you with your order. So think about complementary assets that you can offer that are going to be sold, that complement what you just sold them. And then you have a dessert, right? They sell you a dessert at the end of your meal. That's again another upsell for you. So when you think about your offers and your funnels, with your low ticket funnel, think about, okay, what other things can I offer my client? And I challenge you, if you've been doing this for more than 4 years, you probably have in your Google Drive or in your Notion, you have tons of resources that can literally be turned into assets that you can sell. Downloadable digital PDF templates, recordings of maybe sales call that you've had, or client or Q&A call that you've had, whatever the case may be, that can add even more value to your prospect. And the core takeaway that I want you to keep in mind here is that you need those upsells if you want to have a healthier average order value, right? If you want to be able to recoup as much of your investment up front and liquidate ad spend in a way that's seamless, you need to have those upsell in place. Don't feel like, oh my God, that's so salesy, I cannot do that. Ask yourself, how can I serve them at the highest level? What can I give them that's going to guarantee their results? If I had a magic wand, what would I offer them to really make sure that they succeed? And if you go from a place of service and over delivering to a place of, oh my gosh, I'm selling this feels unethical or what have you, it makes it a whole lot smoothless to, make this happen. Now, something which I want you to have in mind when it comes to ascending those prospects, so we just talk about your upsell strategy, that's for you to have the highest, at the highest likelihood of recouping your ad spend on the front end while ensuring your customer success, your client success. Now, when it comes to how quickly they ascend into your high ticket program, that activation is going to depend highly on how soon they get results from the low ticket thing. So if they buy your low ticket program and they are not able to consume it or to get result from it, of course, they're never going to buy the high ticket program. So it's your responsibility as the owner, as the founder, to come up with a strategy that's going to allow them to ascend. So this is why you want to make sure that your email sequence is dial in and they receive those emails to get them go ahead to log in and to start, consuming the content. You might even have your setter team that reaches out to them and really sets them on going through the content. Because once they consume the content, they're going to have an incentive since they're going to have results. They'll have a high incentive to move on to the next step. So again, the idea is to all them with to leave them in awe with so much value from the load getting that they think, oh my God, if I'm getting so much value from this $200 load ticket thing, how much more value am I gonna get from the $10,000 program? Okay. So that speed of result, that speed of success is key. We've seen clients go from someone coming to the low ticket to ascending to the high ticket within 48 hours because they came in, they got activated, they consumed the content, they got a win or a mindset shift, and they were like, oh my God, I need to get in proximity with these people. Right. So consumption is your best sales tool, especially if your low ticket offer has a high level of value, just like your high ticket offer, because the faster they consume the content, the higher they're gonna ascend. So those are a couple of things that you want to have in mind in order to really propel your sales, because again, when you're thinking low ticket to high ticket, I don't want you to think, okay, low ticket, those are cheap leads and high ticket are my premium leads. No, those are ultimately they're human beings. And human beings buy when they're activated properly. And so the goal is, okay, I'm attracting in my funnel people that have a pain points. Now the idea is I'm making sure that I'm attracting people that are financially qualified. And by raising the floor of your low ticket product to $50, $99 or more, it allows you to really, filter, have that filter on top of the funnel and then getting them to consume the content ASAP. If you are able to play with those two things, there's no way you won't be able to win. Because again, ultimately, you don't have a traffic problem. There's typically a math problem. In the sense that you are not clear on how many people you need to purchase your low ticket offer in order for them to ascend into your high ticket offer. You are not clear on how many people actually need to see your low ticket offer to actually buy it, because that's going to inform how much you spend on marketing, and also how fast after someone has consumed your low ticket offer, they are sending to your high ticket program. What's the conversion rate there? What's the buying cycle there? Once you have those KPIs, you can, and that's why as an agency, when we work with clients, we look at those KPIs and we optimize them so that they get the best result in the best timeline possible. Right. And so those things play massive role in how fast you're gonna succeed. So hopefully this was of service to you if you're looking for someone to come in and help you implement such, a low to high ticket funnel in your business so that you can actually capture more of your market share. Because one of our clients, we've now had two clients that have implemented this strategy. We've had one that just hit her first 6-figure day. So she made $115,000 in one day during Black November, because we're working on really having people coming for a low ticket funnel and ascending them into the high ticket funnel. Something that we did with her specifically is that as they will come, we'll have them schedule a call. So they will go through the low ticket funnel, and as they will go through it, they will have buttons to schedule a call. They will have emails to schedule a call. They will receive SMS to permit them to schedule a call. So that really allowed her to convert those, and her team to, convert those low ticket client into high ticket prospect client very fast. So we had another one that just had again $350,000 in a month by implementing this strategy. So it works beautifully. And we have dozens of clients that we've seen succeed by implementing these changes and building this funnel the right way. So if you are stuck and you want to scale your income without having to work hard in your business, without having to hire more coaches, hire more staff, and because the beauty with this low ticket product is that you are able to not just serve your market at a higher level, but also you don't have to hire more people, because if you have a high touch program, you need to keep on hiring coaches, and it's a lot. But once you are able to have this low ticket product that's evergreen, it's a whole lot easier to get people through the door and just to nurture them properly in a fashion that's completely evergreen. So if you're looking for someone to come in and install this self-liquidating low ticket to high ticket funnel in your business so that you can scale without having to, work a whole lot harder, reach out. That's what we do all day, every day for our clients. And there's going to be in the link or the show note, there's going to be a link for you to schedule a call to speak with someone in the team so that we can help you implement and scale this in your company. If you got value from the video, make sure to leave us a review.